be here at the reunion of the graduating class of the School of Human Liberation. And it's particularly gratifying to be introduced by my dear friend Barbara Lee, my sister as I call her, who has been a partner for so many years in the Congress of the United States, in her own right a significant leader for peace, for social, and for economic justice. The work for the Department of Peace, H.R. 808, work which I began by introducing the legislation on July the 11th, 2001, 2 months before 9/11. That work is going to be carried forward by Barbara Lee, and she will prepare to introduce the legislation under the auspices of the Department of Peace building. And Barbara, there is no one in the Congress of the United States who is better prepared to carry that torch forward. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have the best congressperson in America here. You know that. I also want to once again recognize my good friend, Mayor Newport. When he was mayor of Berkeley, I was mayor of Cleveland, Bernie Sanders was mayor of Burlington. And we've stayed true to our commitments, and Gus, thank you for being here tonight. Jackie Cabasso called me months ago and said, this is an anniversary, it's very important to us, and we'd love to have you come out. This is only the second appearance that I've made since leaving office, and because I really wanted time to basically absorb the experience of moving from public life to private life. I'll give you a quick report, it's great. But you're not ready yet, Mark. And when Jackie asked, I said instantly, of course, I want to be here. But the main reason why I did it is because she asked. Because she has had such a tremendous commitment to getting rid of nuclear weapons and to a larger architecture of peace that I had to be here to support your efforts, Jackie. Please join me in recognizing. And to be on the same platform with Daniel Ellsberg, who is someone who I've long admired, who has been a friend for many years, and who my wife and I have had the opportunity to share many evenings with Dan and his wife to talk about the direction that, what an authentic America would look like. Dan, oh there you are, hi Dan. Thank you. It's just great to be here with this, on this platform, and you and I will have a chance to participate together in the panel a little bit. Thank you so much, Dan, and thank you for who you are. Thank you. I was with David and Carol Lee Krieger a few days ago in Santa Barbara, and of course the Nuclear Age Peace Foundation has done work which has actually been in alignment with the work that Jackie has done. And we spent a lot of time talking about Father Louis. Father Louis living the faith and really awakening. Because the prayer is, make me a channel of your peace. That's how the prayer of St. Francis begins. It's a prayer that my wife and I recited to each other when we were married. Elizabeth, by the way, sends her best wishes. She has just premiered a major documentary that she produced at the Berlin Film Festival just hours ago, and it's called, you'll hear about it, it's called GMOOMG. so we're busy. But you know, as I'm here with this wonderful community, renewing friendships and connections from over the years, and I can look throughout the audience and identify dozens of people here who I've known for many years. I'm thinking about our collective experience. I'm thinking about going way back. How many of us remember the good old days of duck and cover. How many of you, when you were children, had nightmares about the nuclear attack that was coming? Look at the hands, okay? Now let me share with you mine. The missiles were always going to come at recess. I mean, think about it. You know, you're in second, third grade, recess, chocolate milk. I mean, I'm a vegan now, it doesn't do me any good. But the missiles are always coming at recess, and they just blow up your recess. And of course, we understood why they held those duck and cover drills. It was basically an exercise in tension reduction, because there was no place to duck and cover. There was a particular crouch they taught you that had some dark humor to it, but we know it's not funny. Years later, I had the opportunity to, as a private citizen, visit Russia for a meeting with the members of the Russian Academy of Sciences. And as the plane broke through the clouds over about 30 miles outside of Moscow, as we were approaching Sheremetyevo Airport, I saw the Russian countryside for the first time. And it looked like a scene out of Pennsylvania 100 years ago. Very humble dachas, you know, with small fences bordering their land. And at that moment, when I saw what was the apparent humility of people and how they lived, I was overwhelmed. And I began to cry, just spontaneously. Because I thought, you know, we almost annihilated each other. And meeting with members of the Russian Academy of Sciences who had worked on the atomic bomb project, who could describe in very intimate and elaborate terms the science behind the bomb. And what they saw was the beauty of the science behind the bomb. And also the understanding of the horror of the application of that science. I had the chance to be one of the first Americans in the secret city where the bomb was developed, where workers who had built the housing for the development of that reactor, some of them had fallen into a pit and they just walled them off. They were gone. Remember the ghostly green colors at the inside of that reactor, which had been closed many years since then. And the thing that impressed me in that first visit that I made to Russia more than 20 years ago was the common humanity of the people and the common destiny that we share. There are many activists in this audience. And my opportunity to be an activist in many different ways, Jack. You know, Ohio has a nuclear power plant, which you might be familiar with. It's called Davis-Besse. And I was out there protesting the building of it when the license was granted. And then we brought people together to point out how not only was it not needed, but that they were building it right on Lake Erie. And, you know, the largest supply of fresh water in the world from the Great Lakes. 35 years later, that's still continuing, that effort, with Davis-Besse being one of the plants that has had so many serious problems that, you know, we tried to cancel the license, shut it down. I know that in California, we've had several plants here that people here have been active on, and as a member of Congress, I've supported those efforts. Also, to try to protect the land of Native peoples, which is being poisoned by uranium mining. they want the government to ante up $60 billion in loan guarantees. So we're doing everything we can to challenge that. We're getting some help from the other side of the aisle, which is surprising. But on the other hand, you know, if you believe in the free market, right? Hello? Right? So, and then something that Jackie and I talked about just before I left Congress, somebody came up with the idea that, you know, we ought to honor the bomb. Oh yeah, with a national park named after the Manhattan Project. But there's not going to be an exhibit that would show the destruction at Hiroshima or Nagasaki. This is all about the glorification and celebration of a technology that has been implicated in not just the destruction of hundreds of thousands of people, but as a sort of Damocles that is poised over the entire world.